Hi everyone, this is Katie with Veridian Mortgage, and I just hope that everyone's doing great right now. I thought it'd be really helpful for you guys if I brought on Nicole Emmanuel from Coldwell Banker. She is amazing, and I've just had so many questions from buyers or potential buyers right now, and I don't know. I can answer all the loan questions, but I can't really answer the real estate questions. So um, yeah, thank you for joining us. Nicole, you want to let us know a little bit more about you?
Yeah, so I'm Nicole Emmanuel. I work with Coldwell Banker over in our Los Gatos office, but I represent buyers and sellers all across the Bay Area. So just here today to answer any questions that Katie's been getting on the real estate side of things, because she knows all about the loans. So
Cool. Okay, so a lot of people are asking, they kind of say, "Ooh, should I wait? Because is the housing market just gonna crash? And should I wait to buy that house, or should they still be looking?"
So yeah, right now we haven't really seen a real dip in pricing of the homes that have been for sale. So coming into this time, pricing across the U.S. was up about 6.5%. So coming into February, and then we had the shelter in place order. So, there hasn't been a whole lot of transactions that have closed, but as far as, homes that are being listed, they're still being priced similarly. And we haven't really seen anything to adjust that. And this is, the shelter in place order and the pandemic is not really a real estate led crisis. So that's a question I get a lot, is people thinking that it's the same as 2008, 2007. And really it's a whole different situation, because real estate led the charge of the problem that we had then. And this is obviously not the same situation.
Okay, so they're still coming up for sale, but how are people actually seeing the homes?
Yeah, so that gets a little bit tricky. So real estate was recently deemed an essential business, so we are able to show properties with one agent and only two buyers. We can show vacant homes. So the only times we can show it is vacant. If it's an occupied property that someone lives in and just left the house, that's not vacant. We can't show that home. So we're trying to do, at least as far as the homes I have for sale, I try to do my best with using Matterport, virtual videos, and just video walkthroughs, so people really get a feel for the home and the neighborhood, and seeing it virtually if they have to.
Oh, okay, and then what about, like, during this time, are there precautions to actually protect them if for some reason something happened to them in terms of you lost their job or they got sick or something? Like, what happens then?
Yeah, so the California Association of Realtors put together a couple different forms. One is the coronavirus addendum, and then there's an unforeseen coronavirus circumstance addendum. So basically they rush to get these forms in order just in case somebody loses their job mid-transaction. It's paperwork that the buyer and seller agreed to kind of let them out of contract if something like that were to arise, obviously, because this is a global issue that we've never seen before. Those kind of unforeseen circumstances need to be addressed in real estate transactions. So, I can't implicitly say that there won't be, a litigation between the buyer and the seller in some instance, but definitely signing those forms and providing them with a purchase offer up front can mitigate some of those issues if you did run into them while you're in contract.
So homes are still coming on the market, but what do you think about, is this a good opportunity to buy, or what do you think?
Yeah, so I mean, they're coming on the market. We're still closing homes. I do still think it's a good time to buy because interest rates are at historical lows, as Katie can attest. And there's not a lot of inventory, so that's been the challenge. But there still are a lot of buyers that had an appetite for the inventory that we had before, and that are maybe just taking a back seat for the moment. Because they're unsure of what's going on. So I think that when we come out of this, we still will have the expectations from our economists is still very strong that we will see growth and pricing growth. And if you're buying real estate, I think that you're probably going to be holding on to it if it's your home for a long time. So you shouldn't really look at the short-term effects of what's going on just in this one, call it year or so. So yeah, I do think it's still a great time because of the interest rates. And although there's not a a lot of inventory will hopefully, as things get a little bit more lenient, can have more properties come back to the market.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, I know some people might think like, oh, it might go down and some people think, oh, like interest rates will go down or up later. For me as a home buyer, sometimes I feel like when you find the home that's the right one, go for it.
Yeah. And I
Right?
mean,
Later, yeah, it's like,
yeah, if it's your the life circumstances that you need to buy because had a baby or are downsizing or whatever, I wouldn't say that should stop you. Your needs for home are more than ever right now to have a home, and we're still able to close deals. The county clerk recorder is still they're taking electronic recordings so that we're able to close even while this is going on. So yeah, don't let that stop you.
are there still off market homes right now? Like, do you still kind of network with other realtors to get off market listings?
Yeah, so we have a good network. There's about 300 agents in our office, so quite a few. And the whole of Coldwell Banker, we've got about 1,500 here locally. So we do network oftentimes about what we have coming up. We have a really cool program called Exclusive Look where we can plug in what we've got coming up with pictures and information, and then we can share that. And the multiple listing service has the same. So for my buyers, I've been trying to find off-market properties to share with them because there's not, people are sometimes just holding back, waiting to list until this is we have some more clarity. But they potentially might sell even off market. So there are homes being sold off market as well.
All right, guys, there you go. Still a good time to buy. It's just like the way that you would go forward is just a little bit different, but people are still buying homes. And if you're really in the market, I think you shouldn't let this be a reason why to not be looking if it's something that you're looking for. So thank you so much, Nicole, for your time.
Yeah.
Really, I'll make sure to have Nicole's information below so you guys can contact her.
Thanks, Katie. Bye.